The Coconut Grove Hotel in Accra is back on its feet, and that's almost a year after parts of the facility was consumed by fire. That fire spread from ATV, a television station also owned by Group Indom and located in that facility. I have in the studio here a representative, Ralph Aite. He's general manager of the Coconut Grove Regency Hotel. We're going to have a very quick conversation about what's happened after the fire. You're welcome, Mr. Aite.
Thank you, Gifty. Good to be here.
Right. First of all, we know the back and forth that came about between yourself, the company, and the Ghana National Fire Service.
Yeah.
Have you settled that, by the way? Are you guys okay now?
Well, we're okay. We really didn't see it as a dispute. We saw it as an incident that we thought could have been taken care of in record time, but it didn't happen. So really, we don't have a dispute, but we are happy that I think I heard on radio that they're trying to do some improvements, sending some people out to, some of their personnel out to Malta to get trained. They're trying to retool. So, yeah, for us, it's past, it's over, it's irreversible, but I think it's incumbent on them to make sure that such incidents don't happen to other people.
What's you could work out, by the way, is to bring the hotel back on its feet, which is what you've done. But how did you deal with that fire outbreak and the damage it did to your facility?
Well, no doubt about it. We had that unfortunate incident on the 22nd of April, and we had a shutdown for just 24 hours. And here I wish to take the opportunity to pay very special compliments to Dr. and Mrs. Ndum, who are the owners, because as an important part of our program, we have an emergency response activity that we activated quickly, first and foremost, to make sure that the guests and the staff were very safe, and then to make sure that the property is very, very well taken care of. I recollect very well when Dr. and Mrs. Ndum called me whilst the fire was on, to ask of the guests, to ask of the staff, and most importantly to reassure us that the Coconut Grove Regency was going to get much better. And really, if you come out there and see what's happening there, they have lived to their promise to make the hotel better. That is the section that got burnt. Okay. And really it looks better. And
so maybe we could have had this interview there so that we can show people how better it's become.
I wish to take the opportunity to invite you.
Right, we're not there at the moment, but we have viewers who are watching. Can you give them a mental picture of how better it has become?
Oh yes, we all know that it was inundated, the whole area around the swimming pool. But we've redone the swimming pool.
Let's try and address the pictures as they roll by, right?
So that's the setting in the courtyard that wasn't affected. Okay, that's the entrance to the hotel. That also wasn't affected. So that leads to the conference hall. So this is the area that was affected.
Right.
Unfortunately, you don't have the before pictures. But from
when the fire gutted
exactly.
Okay.
But from what you see, you realize that our affiliate companies, which is Gold Coast and J&B Bank, are back onto the property. Okay. So they are fully back, and you can see that it looks much more better. And then this is the pool side that has been restored fully. You can see all the pots out there coming up, and really.
So the entire space, what we're looking at, was totally gone after the fire.
Yeah, it was out because we had a lot of debris in the pool. Part of the water was used to, douse the fire. So yeah, it looks much.
So this is the new
better.
pool.
This is the new pool. If you come here at this minute, a couple of minutes from now, this is what you're going to see, the Red and Coconut Grove Regency poolside.
Interesting,
yes.
Interesting. Well, what then are you promising those who patronize your
Well, we want our clients to know that fortunately within 24 hours we're back in business, because all our guest rooms, all the conference center was intact. It was only the poolside and some guests, some offices of ours, and of course those of our affiliates that you mentioned that were out. So going forward, we can assure our guests that for your conference, for your weddings, for your private programs, outdoors, etc., if you want a very, very good private poolside, that is the place to be. And that has always been the place for people. And what we have done now even is to enhance it by adding more plants. So we have the palm out there now. In the next week, you are going to have beautiful orchids out there. which I haven't seen any yet in any hotel yet. So those are also coming up. We want to make it as homely and nice as possible for guest use, where after your program, be it a wedding, you can take very, very beautiful, memorable pictures. That you can always reminisce about. And aside that, also, in the next few hours, we have our Valentine's Day program coming up at the poolside.
Tell us about it.
Yes, we have 2 sections of the poolside. We have an upper terrace that can seat 4 people. We want to make it as private as possible. So you're talking about 4 different couples in the corners up there.
So that's about 8 people. 8 people.
Yes, so 4 couples. And then when you come down, we're spreading people around in a nice way that they can have their privacy, beautiful music. And we're doing a 4-course plated service. It's not buffet. Like I said, we want to make it as private and as intimate as possible. So it's a 4-course meal that we are serving to our clients. And it's not just at the Coconut Grove Regency. We're doing same at Coconut Grove Sakumono. Okay. If people haven't heard about it, the newest baby in the Coconut Grove stable is Coconut Grove Sakumono.
I think we should see a bit more of the pictures now. We should see a bit more of the pictures so people can have an idea what they're missing if they're not coming. But we're really, and I'm sure a lot of Ghanaians are really sympathetic towards a Coconut Grove because of what you've gone through. Are you getting feedback, as in when people come in, do they sympathize with you, or are people afraid to associate with you because, you know, people don't like disasters, right?
Really, when the fire started, we had our clients literally being harassed by people who know that they use Coconut Grove. So really, right from scratch, they've been an integral part of this. What we have done as a group of hotels is that we try to develop a very good working business relationship with our clients. So that makes them a very, very important part of our business. So they've been with us through and through. And like I said, I'm glad to say that we didn't have any cancellation, be it from guests in terms of accommodation or conference or any events, because of the relationship we had, we kept them abreast with whatever we were doing. So we didn't lose any clients. They've been with us throughout, and consistently we believe that they are going to continue to be with us. So it goes beyond sympathy because there's a serious bonding and an attachment with our clients.
What's next for Group Indium, looking at what has happened? This must have cost you a fortune.
It cost us a lot, but as the owners, Dr. and Mrs. Sundum, have developed for us this year, which is we should believe and sell our facilities. So we believe in our products. We believe that if you look in the 2-3-star category in Ghana, a Coconut Grove hotel is the best. I'm glad to tell you we're so good that we are now currently operating in Monrovia, where we've taken over RLJ Kendeja Suites and Resort. That's their leading suites and resorts there. And we are not just ending there. Are you
saying this, I mean, you're just saying it because we probably are in Monrovia to verify, or are there any scientific research?
I think you can comfortably go on Facebook. You can go on their website. Facebook especially, there you can get the feedback from the clients. But really, RLJ Kendeja is the best resort you can imagine in Monrovia.
And you've overtaken them.
It's comparable. Sorry?
And you've overtaken them, you say?
No, we've taken over. We are running it.
Coconut
Grove is running it.
Right.
What I'm trying to emphasize is that we believe in excellence, working beyond excellence. And we as Coconut Grove, we offer memories worth repeating. So those memories and those experiences that we've gathered, starting from Coconut Grove Beach Resort in 1994, we're sharing it with our sister country, which is Liberia, by taking over and running it. And like I was trying to say, it's not just limited to Liberia, but Coconut Grove is coming up in Wa. Yes, we're starting construction this quarter, and then we are also starting construction in Kumasi.
In Wa and in Kumasi.
In Kumasi also. So come next year, you have in total 8 Coconut Grove hotels here in Ghana and 1 out in Liberia.
I see. Were there any, you know, persons who got hurt in the fire?
No, that is something that we've practiced over and over again. And first and foremost, the clients were not hurt. As soon as it started, we made sure that we evacuated them to our sister hotel, Coconut Grove Sakumono. So they stayed there for 48 hours and came back to the Regency to continue their business. And then the staff also We made sure that everybody was taken care of. So we didn't have any incident whatsoever. And I'm glad to say that none of the staff had their status as staff changing, though we really suffered financially. Everything is intact for the staff, and the owners keep, motivating us to remain in business.
You've just spoken about 8 different resorts or 8 different Coconut Grove hotels across the country. What are your own assessments of the hospitality industry here in Ghana? Is it something that has great potential, or is it something that needs a lot more work?
Well, the hospitality industry is one that has a lot of potential. I don't think we've scratched even 20% of the potential. The first thing we need to pay attention to is statistics. We need to be honest with ourselves with regards to the statistics when you talk about the hospitality industry. We claim that it's the 4th highest foreign exchange earner for this country. But I don't think that baby is treated like a baby. That baby is treated like an adult, okay? Because you relate it to cocoa. We have all the cocoa roads being done or set to be done. You have free spraying being enjoyed, okay? But when you look at the industry as a whole, we really barely get anything. Coconut Grove Beach Resort now, if you look at the access road that leads there, which is a public road, okay? Groupendom has even offered, because we have a quarry, okay, to support with fixing the road. That hasn't been done. But I was just reading...
Your request to support was not granted?
No. And, I was just checking the records, and we've paid Coconut Grove Regency and Coconut Grove Beach Resort. We've collected over 2 million cedis in taxes for Ghana Revenue Authority. Okay, we collect VAT, we collect 2.5% NHIS, aside the taxes we pay on our business, okay? So, talking about the hospitality industry as a whole, I think that there's a lot of work that needs to be done. I was listening to the President's State of the Nation address. I don't think I heard anything on tourism, and I think that it's an area that with very little investment, but a lot of attention, the government will be able to get a lot. Let me give you an example. 8 o'clock in the morning, Saturday, wake up that you're going to Elmina or Cape Coast. You're going to get there at 2 p.m. Which tourist wants to come to Ghana and do that? These are hard facts that we need to appreciate. I was excited when they started work at Buduburam, okay? But I was there last week and I realized it's all simmered down. These are very, very important, critical areas that somebody needs to pay attention to. We talk about domestic tourism. I mean, traveling to Akosombo or on the Kumasi Road sometimes is really scary. And let's not forget, as a nation, we are competing. Ghana is not on its own when you talk of tourism. We are really competing with other African countries and, of course, the world as a whole. So I believe that with very little expenditure, but a lot of attention and making sure things are done properly, we will go a very long way.
Very well, we hope so too. And we hope that your clients enjoy your new hotel.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, how's Dr. Indum doing, by the way?
Very well.
It's good. Is the mustache a very unique thing you need to have before you get to work with the Indums?
Well, you learn.
You learn.
Yes.
So you have
without being prompted, you learn.
Oh, so you learned from him.
You learn. Yes, I did learn from him.
Okay. Ralph, thank you very much for coming.
Nice,
and very soon I'll be coming to have my own share of the rooms and see if I can be a good ambassador.
You have to feel it and know
I should feel it.
Yes.
Ralph Ayete is General Manager of the Coconut Grove Regency Hotel, and you do recall that fire that ravaged the hotel. They're saying that it's been fixed. They are up on their feet, and they're calling you to come and have a very good, have a time of your life, especially when Valentine's Day is coming. They have a lot of programs outlined. Is there any way people can get, in touch with you, maybe on social media,
Yes,
Facebook?
They can get us on social media, Coconut Grove Regency Hotel. You find the Coconut Grove logo.
Okay.
Okay, or they can call us if 020-817-1960. Or they can go on our website and make a booking. But I think the trendy one is Facebook.
Facebook.
Yes.
Okay.
So they'll find Coconut Grove.
So it's Valentine's, you know, just around the corner. Those of you who believe in Valentine's, the Valentine's thing, make your way to facebook.com, I guess, / Coconut Grove Regency Hotel. You can find them there. You can also find them on their website, and you can call 020-8171-960.